Good morning / evening, afternoon, whenever, lovely people. How are you all today? I hope you're well. I am feeling so much better today. We finally had a little bit of a break in the weather. We had some big storms yesterday afternoon, which missed me. So there's me hearing from friends messaging me saying, we've got rain, and I had none. But this morning, there was a little bit of a shower and the air is fresher and I'm starting to feel normal again. I overslept massively. I've got bed hair still as well. I overslept massively. My alarm was set for 5:30. I was determined to make a good start to the day ahead of the heat again. It is still going to be quite warm. But I must have turned the alarm clock off. I didn't wake up till 8. But actually that's fine. That's what my body needed after so many nights with so little sleep. So that's fine. Just give my body what it needs. I often talk about we all need to listen to our bodies. I often talk about it. I don't often do it. I'm trying to do that more. So yeah, a bit of a slow, quiet start to the day. There's definitely that slightly fresher air. There's a bit of a breeze. It's lovely. My hair. So I have very, very fine, very straight hair. And normally in bed I have it loose, but over these last few nights, because it's been so hot, just dripping with sweat, I've had it tied up in a top knot right on the top of my head, so it's right out of the way. And this morning it looks, it's all thick and lush. No, that's sweat. It's sweat that's made it kind of look thicker, and the slight kind of almost curl in it is just from where it's been tied up so tightly. Oh, for curls. I would love to have curls. But I know that people with curly hair often wish they had straight. Sometimes it's nice for a change though, isn't it? Anyway, so yes, a marked slower start to the day. Fine. Now, I start my day in the same way pretty much every day. And that I spend some time on the computer answering comments from videos or messages, emails, that sort of thing. And usually I sort of commit to a couple of hours of doing that and then get on with other things. In the last few days, I've done that after the garden. Garden has been absolute numero uno priority. But yeah, so this morning I was answering comments as usual that came up from which video? I don't know, I think, well, it's actually come up from the last couple of days. And there was a comment from someone on my video from 2 days ago about when I was harvesting the calendula. And this commenter, I didn't know whether it was male or female, because it was a sort of, well, it's actually turned out, I'll tell you about this in a minute, it's the name of a channel, a YouTube channel. But this person was mentioning using St. John's wort to make an oil for restless leg syndrome. So 2 things immediately piqued my interest. One, I suffer horribly from restless leg syndrome. I've had it, years and years and years. Massive, uncontrollable twitches, kicks, flicks all through the night. And it's made worse in these last few years with the arthritis, because now when I do a kick or a flick, a lot of the time I'm doing it in my sleep too, but now when I do a kick or a flick, of course it's, it's really painful on my knee. Anyway, digressing. So that immediately piqued my interest, but also just the fact that someone was talking about St. John's wort immediately made me think, are we kindred spirits? Anyone out there who is using their herbs and their flowers and other plants, shrubs, trees, whatever, to make things to help to look after themselves, I always feel that kind of immediate connection. So we had a couple of messages with each other. She doesn't know that I'm making this video, by the way. I will drop her a message in a minute. But so I was asking her which part of the St. John's wort to use to make the oil. And if you remember, the St. John's wort in my garden was getting a bit thuggish, so I've moved it now to a communal part of the garden, which isn't used very much. I've been remembering to water it because it's looking a bit sad. So next year, when the St. John's wort comes back into flower, I'll be harvesting from it and looking at making an oil to see if it will help with my restless leg syndrome. Really excited about that. So our couple of messages went back and forth, and I thought, you know, who is this person? So I clicked on the name. So of course, say for instance, if I'm commenting on someone's YouTube video, it will come up, it says what Vivi did next rather than my, you know, Vivi Gregory name. And if you click on that comment, it takes you to whatever that person's YouTube is. Now some people, they don't have a channel, it takes you there and it shows, you know, that they don't have a channel, they don't make videos, but I think it's the way you register in order to be able to comment on other videos. So I popped over, and I have to say, what an absolute delight. And I just wanted to talk about it, her channel, and a couple of others that I'm really, really enjoying at the moment. I mean, I've always enjoyed. Yes, so I've always sort of mentioned that I don't really have a huge amount of time for watching YouTube. Excuse me, it is still quite warm. I don't have a huge amount of time for watching YouTube. And, you know, in the past I used to follow quite a few more of the gardening channels than I do now. I just found that I don't have time, and to be honest, when I've had a full day in the garden and come home and I want something to watch for half an hour to just distract me, relax me or whatever, I kind of don't really want to watch another garden. I want to watch something different, one of the other interests I have. So as you all know, sewing is a major interest for me. As you can see some of my fabrics here. I am going to give you a little look over the coming weeks at little parts of the cottage in the sky. I am going to do that. I just need to have a bit of a tidy up first because I'm really behind on work because this heat it's just kind of knocked this whole week out. Anyway, so yeah, I like to watch channels that, how to put it? Okay, so I know that a lot of you have come to me and my channel because of the gardening, but it's like I've always said, the gardening is just a tiny, tiny part, well, it's quite a big part these days of my life. This is more about, my channel is more about how I live frugally, how I, you know, make do on very little money and how it is possible. So that's the sort of channel that I'm drawn towards. And I have had it levelled at me in the past that I don't watch and support enough of other YouTube gardeners, and I have done, honestly I have done, and I've tried to. I just can't keep up. And ultimately, if I do watch a video, I'm watching it for me, for my own pleasure. I'm not watching it in order to, I don't know, you know, support someone else's life. I'm trying to support my life a little bit too. That's coming over as negative, I don't mean it to, just to explain. So I've mentioned, well, obviously you all know I watch Richard and Paul are my friends, of course I'm going to watch their channel, but I started watching their channel before they were friends, so I obviously liked their channel enough to watch it regularly, and our friendship grew out of that interaction we were having on each other's channels. They go without saying, of course, have to say them, because if I don't, I get put back in the cellar for a few days. They're very cruel to me. I've mentioned before, I watch videos on a chap called Dick Prenicky, the guy who went out to live in his Alaskan wilderness. Now, there's a finite number of those videos because Dick's no longer with us, but they tend to be a kind of a winter viewing for me. When there's not enough light to garden, when the light isn't good enough for sewing, I sort of curl up, tuck myself up and watch another of Dick's videos, because he has the most beautiful, sort of respectful interaction, relationship with his environment. It's so gorgeous. And literally every time I watch one of his videos, I learn something new, or I'm just taken to that really wonderful, sort of quiet, centered place. Love it. But now back to people who are making videos and who are current. I've mentioned two of them before. I'm going to top up my new one. Kate at Last Homely House. I can't remember why I first stumbled on Kate. Excuse me. No, I can't remember how I first came across her, but there was an instant, I was instantly attracted to her and what she was doing and the way she was living. She reminds me a lot of my aunt. Now, my aunt is no longer with us, unfortunately, and Kate now reminds me of my aunt sort of 10, 15, 20 years ago. So I think that's a part of it. I feel safe when I'm watching Kate. I feel like we're family. It's crazy. Oh, sorry, Kate, I'm not a crazy stalker. But yeah, I love her videos because they're just so easy going, natural. Whether it's a specific project she's sharing with us and teaching us, or just chatting, and always, always, always the cats are around. Lovely cat Rita. Oh, sweet. So yeah, I really enjoy that quiet time with Kate. Another one I speak of often is Colette over at, I never say it well. I always want to say Bieltine, but I think it should be more Bieltina. It's not Italian, it's Irish. Bieltine Cottage. Really enjoy her videos. Again, similar reasons for enjoying Kate's videos. That there's a sort of a slower pace, time to linger. I think that's what it is. It's time to linger and really enjoy a moment. But I also love Colette because she doesn't pull her punches. You know, she says it as it is, and if something has ticked her off, she'll talk about it. I really like that. So on the one hand, there's this feeling of incredible quiet gentleness, something really easy, but don't mistake that for her being a sap or anything like that. No. She strikes me as being an incredibly formidable woman. Oh, I'd love to meet her. Anyway, so this morning, I've gone on for ages again. It always happens. There are times when I apologise for talking, and I feel like I should stop doing that, because if you don't like talking videos, don't watch. It's the way I am. I get enthusiastic about things and I want to share it. Shut up, Vivi. But now carry on. So the lady I have found this morning, the channel is brand new. There are only 2 videos there at the moment. Within seconds of watching, I watched her second video first. Within seconds of tuning in, I was like, you're living my life. You're living my life. It's gorgeous. Except hers is rural. And I don't think I will ever have the rural life, because I think I'm too much of a city girl at heart. But yeah, such a So both videos that are on her channel at the moment are sort of introductions. I think if you like Kate, if you like Colette, I think you're going to love Annie. So Annie's channel is called, I've written it down, I didn't want to make a mistake. It's Welsh, and I'm going to apologise now for my pronunciation, but it's Cerridwen Cottage. It's Annie, her daughter Daisy, and their cat Ruby. You've got to have a cat these days, haven't you? Although saying that, Colette has got her dog Jack, of course. You've got to have a cat or a dog. Yes, so what I'm getting, the vibe I'm getting from what I've seen of Annie's videos so far is she's very much in tune with lunar cycles, growing, harvesting, and making her own gorgeous potions. Really beautiful images. The first video is just a short video, but it's just lots of really, really lovely videos. Go over and have a look. Now, it may not be to everybody's cup of tea. I'm sure, you know, we can't all please all people all the time. But I think if you like I say, if you like Kate and Colette, I think you'll really like Annie. Cerridwen Cottage. I'll do a little link under here. Go and have a look. And if you like, subscribe, do the bell icon thing, give her a thumbs up, leave her a message, encourage her, because, you know, it's a funny world making videos. I love making them anyway. I would make them for myself. But what's really lovely is when you get encouragement back from viewers to say how much they've enjoyed a video or appreciated it, or that your words have touched and helped them with something that day. I don't know what it is, but, you know, I do believe that we all, in life, we cross each other's paths for a reason. I do think that. And I think a lot of you who've stumbled on my channel, you know, looking for one thing, and then you see a video and you like it and you stay. And I've had so often people say, oh, you came at just the right moment in my life, I was really struggling and your videos cheered me up, whatever it is. So yeah, I do think these moments where we cross and meet are meant. And I think today is a perfect example of that kind of serendipitous moment of waking up late, and I just lay there for a few minutes, and this beautiful wafting breeze came through the window, all right up my body, over all my skin. It was gorgeous. And as that breeze came up the length of my body to my face, I smelt that freshness on the breeze. It was so lovely. And then to have that lovely calm after a good sleep and a beautiful wake up, to then sort of serendipitously, like I say, you know, come across Annie's channel. Great, love it. I love those moments. They are meant to be. So yes, just a quickie from me today, because I really now, I'm going to put my hair up and make like I'm about to start work. It's work hair time. Yes, I really do need to catch up on a lot of things. There's a lot to do. I'm not going to do any of it in a hurry. I'm going to keep this feeling I've got at the moment and let it carry me through the day. I will do what I can do, no more, no less, and just be happy while I'm at it. So, I wish you all a very lovely day. I hope some of you are getting the rain you need, finally. I know that the forecast for the UK and a lot of Europe is that over this coming week, this heat is going to break. We're going to get rain. We're going to enjoy that freshness when it comes, eh? Lovely. So, I'm going to say cheerio for now. Maybe I'll be in the garden tomorrow. I know I said I'd be in the garden today, but, you know, today changed. and I'm just allowing myself to sit in that change. That's fine. So I will see you whenever I see you, wherever I see you. I will see you soon. Until then, take care of yourselves and have a lovely quiet time.